Hello Aries, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. My name is Maria Gaian. I'm an intuitive business success coach and soul healer, and I'm here to do your monthly reading for January 2022. Now, I've had a couple of days off this last week or so, with it being Christmas and all of that, and it's been so fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope that you've been able to take some time off too and had time to chill and relax and get recharged and fired up to start 2022 in a real big way for your business. Okay, now this is your general business and finance reading, and I would just point out I have a giveaway for you. If you stay till the end, you'll find out more about it and how you can enter. Anyway, let's get down to business and see what we've got for your business and finances for January 2022. Oh, this is excellent. Look at this. This is your money spread along the top. And we start with one of the best cards, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Now, I don't know about you, but 2021 was a mixed bag for a lot of people. There have been issues with regards to the C word and the fact that some people have had to pivot businesses, some people have had to take them from offline to online, and of course that costs a lot of money to do. It's upheaval, it slows us down. I think the general consensus amongst my business colleagues and friends is that everything's felt slow in 2021. A lot of the goals that we set didn't quite get there, and that's because of having to either pivot or, in some cases, my friends have had to close businesses down. I closed my ecotherapy business down because I wanted to do in-person therapy, and it just was never going to happen with the lockdowns. So it just turned into a travesty, really. And because it was ecotherapy, I wanted to be face-to-face with people outside in the world, by the ocean or in the woods of the Mariola, and I just couldn't do it. And I tried to put it online, but the whole principle of ecotherapy is about being outdoors and connecting with nature, and it was very, very difficult for me to do that work. So I had to close that down, and in about May, June of this year, I started Wild Fox Alchemy in its current iteration, and it's felt slow building it, I've got to be honest, because instead of just throwing myself out there, I'm having to consider, how will the C word affect this? How should I price my products and services? Because blimey, people are struggling. This card, Spirit is telling me, has come to remind you that 2022 is a whole new year. It's a new start, and it's here to remind you that the universe will provide for you. Money will come in. You will have the abundance that you want. You just have to keep the faith. So if it's been slow, if it's not gone the way that you perhaps hoped it would, just keep the faith. Spirit just said to me there, keep your eyes open for opportunities, because they are all around you. And it's up to you to have the courage and confidence to go after those opportunities. Don't ignore them, because you have to, the key to receiving abundance is, to go after it and take those opportunities, not to ignore them, because we're given opportunities all the time. And business blocks such as fear, lack of confidence, self-sabotaging behaviours, our little inner critic voice that says, oh, you can't do that, you're not good enough, it gets in the way. So Buffalo Spirit is here to tell you to open your heart, open your mind, and be ready for the opportunities that are coming towards you, because they will improve your financial situation. Right, let's see what else we've got. Where do you need to focus your energy this month? Aries, 8 of Feathers, Courage and Solutions. How funny. I love Spirit. I love the cards. It's just, it's a gift and a privilege to be able to do these readings for you. The 8 of Feathers is all about limiting beliefs. It's all about feeling like you lack choice. It's all about needing to have courage. Now, this little mouse comes up, and quite often Spirit gives me the feeling of being trapped. And it's like the little mouse is in a cage, but it's of his own creation. He doesn't realise that he's actually free. It can be feeling like you are lacking choices, feeling like you can't see opportunities, that they just maybe aren't coming up for you. It's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. If you're going to progress, you need to have courage. Spirit is saying there are solutions to your issues. So if you've just been sitting there, as I've said, what the messages are for Buffalo Spirit, if you've just been sitting there going, no, it's not going to work for me, it's not going to happen, people like me don't get money, people like me don't have successful businesses, stop. Just stop. Instead of looking at the things that you feel you don't have, start looking at the things that you do have. There are solutions out there, but I feel like your key word, I said about the courage, didn't I, with the Buffalo Spirit card? The key here is having the courage to go for the opportunities and the solutions that come up for you. Okay? It's really important. Spirit is telling me, please, just tell them. You have to have the courage. The solutions are there. Open your eyes, your heart, your soul, your mind, everything up. And be brave. Because only through being brave and courageous will you take giant strides forward. This is really good so far. Strengths, positives. We have the 10 of Crystals. Couldn't ask for better. Stability and attainment. This is a success card. This is you completing your goals. This is about accumulation. It's a pentacle card, the crystals. This is about wealth. It's about success. It's about you getting everything that you dream of. Now again, Spirit is just saying to me, the key to you achieving that, these positives, is the courage. Alright? You've got to be brave, you've got to dig in deep. Possible obstacles, things to watch out for. Oh, we've got the Page of Crystals here. And the Page of Crystals is all about ideas and discipline. It's one of my favourite cards. Of course it is, it's the Fox. We are looking at manifesting new ideas, setting goals. The reason that this card has come out as a possible obstacle or a blockage is I'm being driven to say the discipline aspect of it. It's a manifestation card, without a doubt, but it's about being disciplined. We are prone to want to procrastinate. We're prone to want to do busy work. And I feel like Spirit is here to remind you that to bring these ideas to life, to manifest these ideas, you have to have the discipline to go ahead with it. And I feel, Spirit is just saying to me, discipline and courage go hand in hand in a lot of respects when it comes to business, because a lot of what we have to do takes courage. And we have to be disciplined. We have to not procrastinate. We have to not listen to that inner bitchy voice that tells us we're not up to it and that we can't do it and who the hell are we anyway. Spirit is saying to me now, actually, that it's time for you to write your goals down. This is not the time for your goals to be living in a grey area in your mind. This is a time for you to write your goals and ideas down and then make the plan of how you're going to make it happen. And really discipline yourself to go ahead and do the things you've written. Okay? And it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to promise you it's going to be easy. There's going to be things that you know you need to do that are going to be hard. I'm going to share with you what I'm going to do this year. I have not put my face in these videos or done any sort of face-to-face video work because, well, there's a couple of reasons. Because I find that tarot card readers quite often get a bit of abuse from people that, believe it's satanic or demonic in some way, or that it's anti-Christian, or, I don't know. Obviously it isn't. Well, I don't believe it is. I don't believe I'm possessed or anything else. I just have a gift that I like to share with you. So I kind of kept myself hidden. Also, I have a few business blocks of my own when it comes to fear of visibility. And I know that in order to help my channel to grow, in order to help my business to grow, that it's time I put my money where my mouth is and got rid of my own visibility blocks. Well, that's going to take some discipline, because I know I'm going to get up, I'm going to think to myself, I need to get this video done today, and I'm going to make a million reasons and excuses why I can't do it. It's not the time to make excuses, Aries. Spirit is saying to you that there are massive amounts of abundance awaiting you. But nothing that you want is going to come from you sitting on your sofa, binge watching something on Netflix and waiting for it to land in your lap. You have to seek out the opportunities. And even if they terrify you, you are going to have the courage and discipline to do those things anyway. All right? Fabulous reading so far. The outcome. Oh, we have the Tower, release and revelation. Now, this card is a funny old card, and oddly enough, I was reading some other people's definitions of it recently, and I can understand why people get terrified when they see this card come out, because it talks about destruction. It talks about, sometimes going through some horrible things to get to some good stuff. And it talks about divorce, death, you name it, all sorts of things. Well, I don't feel that way about this Tower card. I just don't. The same with the Death card. You can terrify yourself with some of these cards, thinking, oh my God, there's going to be a death, there's going to be a divorce, my partner's going to leave me, I'm going to go bankrupt. This is not for me what this card is about. It is about release and revelation. It is literally about letting go of things that no longer serve you. And honestly, change is hard. We humans are not wired to enjoy change. Okay? We're just not. Our subconscious minds like us to be familiar with everything, and familiarity is safety as far as our subconscious mind is concerned. So the second we start to try to make changes, our subconscious mind goes into overdrive and says, no, we don't like this. It's unfamiliar. It's uncomfortable. We don't like it. But that discomfort, going through that discomfort, going through those changes, it leads to new, fresh things. Now, I've gone through some hellish times, and I have no doubt in my mind that so have you. And I want you to just think about it. Some of the worst times in the world that you have had, how often has something good come out of it? Maybe 90% of the time, something really amazing happens that would never have happened had you not have gone through that period of destruction and release. When I got divorced from my husband, I thought it was the end of the world. Then I met somebody a few years later that was 1,000 times better, that is my true soulmate. So now I look back on it and I think, well, I went through hell, my kids went through hell when I got divorced, but it's been worth it in the end. The same as in 2013, I lost what I believed to be my dream business. I had some mental health issues, I had some personal issues going on that I felt had ruined my life completely. But you know what? 8 years later, completely different. My life is so different. If I'd have stuck with that business, I would not have moved lock, stock and barrel to Spain, which I am so happy I did. I wouldn't have expanded a lot of the things that I was learning about with the witchcraft, with the intuition. I would have just carried on doing what I was doing. I wouldn't have got into therapy. I wouldn't have got into coaching the way that I did. My life would have been very different. And every day now, even though I did walk through hell, and I lost things that just broke my heart, I'm still grateful for what happened, because that change freed me. It allowed me to release some things. I wasn't tied anymore, and I was able to rebuild from the ground up. So don't fear that card. I am going to clarify it and just see if we can get an idea of what... Oh, hang on. There we go. We've got the Star card there. We've got the Star card. So look at that. This is all about regeneration. This is about healing. It's about feeling optimistic, hopeful. It's about stripping things back and maybe renewing. So maybe that's what you need to do at the start of this year. Maybe, we've already mentioned the C word, maybe part of what you need to do is to look hard at what you're doing and make some changes if necessary. You know, but don't fear this Tower card, because with this Star card coming straight after, this is saying to me that something really positive is going to come out of any changes that you feel need making. Now, Spirit is just saying to me one of the changes that you might need to make is to raise your prices. And I know some of you are going to shudder. You're going to go, oh my God. Change your prices. It could make all the difference. Okay? And by changing, Spirit is saying raise them. Do not cut them, raise them. Alright? Let me know how that feels for you in the comments. How does that feel? Do you feel a little bit, ooh, I don't know if I could do that? Or are you thinking, yeah, actually, yeah, 2022, I'm going to raise my prices. It could be that that's what you need to have the courage to do. To raise your prices, and it will bring you more abundance, one way or the other. I am just being reminded that that is the Buffalo Spirit there, talking about the abundant universe providing. The buffalo is not the speediest of animals. Okay, so I'm being told that a lot of this abundance may take a little bit of time, and that time constraint could be with regards to this, that there are things that you feel you need to change. I think this is, you know, it's a reading for January 2022. The beginning of the year is always a great time to do some reviewing, to check out what products and services you have and see whether they're good enough. See whether they're earning their keep, or whether they could be let go, or whether they could be improved upon. I also feel like if you're just starting out, it's definitely a time for you to be looking at what kind of things you want to provide. And be mindful that it might take a little bit of time to get some momentum on some new products. Okay. Well, great reading for finances there. So let's get into your business spread. What have we got? Oh, this is fabulous. This is from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light deck, and I love this card. This is saying to you, just say yes. In the book for this, it's just a printed page full of yeses. So if there's a question in your mind about something in your business, something that you would like to offer, or an opportunity, I feel like, again, this is all linked here, that there are opportunities coming in for you. The answer is yes, my friend. You need to say yes. Don't mess about. Just say yes. One proviso. Go with your intuition here. Don't just necessarily say yes to everything. You may know what you need to say yes to. It may already be in your mind, the question that you have with regards to your business. I would recommend that you read Shonda Rhimes' book, The Year of Yes, where she just decided she would say yes to everything. It could be really inspiring for you. Where you need to focus your energy, we've got the shadow card, self-empowerment and ambition. Now again, this is another card, another major arcana card there, that people are a little bit afraid of. And if we start getting really kind of negative and deep into this, it can be all about the ego and the shadow side of us, which, you know, sometimes we're not always proud of. But I don't really see it that way. I see it as the part of us that needs the most love. Okay? We all have this shadow side. We're human. Nobody is perfect. We all have an ego. Some of us let it get in the way of things. The ego, for me, really in these readings that I do, is about your subconscious mind. The part of you that is trying to keep you safe, that's trying to keep you alive on the planet, that, you know, kind of wants you to be special and loved and liked by all. And of course, that's not really realistic. For me today, this shadow is about self-empowerment and ambition. I believe that you have a lot of ambition there, Aries, for your business. I think that you have some enormous goals that you would like to reach. And sometimes you are criticised for your level of ambition. This is you. Put a yes in the comments. People can sometimes be bitchy, critical, judgmental of the level of your ambition. And Spirit is here today to give you permission to be ambitious. Being ambitious does not make you greedy. Being ambitious does not make you materialistic. Being ambitious does not make you a bad person in any way, shape or form. Being ambitious does not make you masculine and part of the patriarchy, if that's what you're worried about. A lot of people have difficulties with ambition. You know, a lot of women are just crushed and told that, you know, being ambitious is not for them. It's, you know, that's for men to be ambitious and for men to set huge goals, and women who chase goals, you know, I mean, for example, if you decide you want a professional career over and above having children, you can get into all kinds of merry hell and conversations over that. Family and friends, you know, when are you going to start a family? Well, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you are ambitious, you want to run a multi-million-dollar company, and children just aren't it for you. Or maybe you do have children and then get criticised for being ambitious because you're not at home enough. You're not focusing on your family enough. You dared to get a cleaner or a nanny. Or, you know, how dare you? How very dare you put your ambition for your business before your family? You know, you're supposed to be scrubbing the floors. And honestly, I don't understand it. Excuse my squeaky chair there. I don't understand it, because why hiring a cleaner or a gardener or whatever means that you're less of a parent? I don't know. But people have weird ideas and they're quite happy to tell you all about them. Spirit is saying to me, your ambition is okay. You have permission to fulfill your ambition. Maybe that should be your mantra. It's safe for me to be ambitious. This card is a little bit about temptation. It can be about being controlled. It could be about addiction or desire. But I'm being told that that is not a bad thing. It's not something to be looked at negatively. Okay, Aries, so if you've been blocking yourself from thinking that, you know, your ambition of having a multi-million-dollar company, of really doing great things in the world, is somehow wrong or negative, then free yourself of that block today, because Spirit is saying, no, you have permission. You have permission to fulfill your ambition. Strengths. The Six of Shells, sentiment and joy. This is a card of cooperation. It's about being in harmony. This is about maybe inviting some other people into your business to help you move it forward. Spirit has just said to me that it's about inviting people into your life that actually support you on your journey and support your ambitions. And honestly, I would say this year I've tried to be a little bit more connected to other people that are building businesses, particularly businesses that are destined to change the world in some way for somebody. People that want to actually light up the planet with what they do, either through what they actually do or through the profits they make. They want to make a difference to somebody or somewhere on this planet. And I've kind of been a bit of a hermit for a while. And then I decided actually it would be an idea to connect more with people that share my ambitions. And this is what Spirit is saying to you now. If you're sitting at home, and let's face it, running an online business, which it could be what you're doing because of the giant C word, it can be lonely, it can be isolating. The other thing that can happen is it can feel like you're stuck with people who maybe don't understand your ambition, they don't understand what it is you're trying to do, and they are not helping your mindset. You want to talk about what you're doing, you want to feel supported, and they aren't really the right people for the job. Spirit is saying here that it's time for you to bring into your life people that are supportive of what you're doing. People that do understand what you're doing. People that will work together with you to help you get to where it is you want to be. Now, that could be new staff members. It could just be joining a Facebook group full of entrepreneurs that are all on the same path. It could be, and this is not going to apply to everybody here, but for some, that there are childhood friends somebody from your past that has always made you feel good, that's always cooperated well with you, that's made some really fun memories with you, that actually getting in touch with them and being around them and choosing them to communicate with could be the key to you feeling really good about what it is you're doing. I'm just being told that you need to remember times where things have been joyful, where things have worked really well, and make more of those times. Okay? Make more of those times. There definitely could be somebody in your past that is coming in that will help you with this. Obstacles, we've got the Chariot. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Why is it interesting to me? Because look at the keyword on that, discipline and determination. Now, I always look at this card. I love this card. There's the Rhino. He's quite a slow, heavy mover. But he puts his head down. And when he starts, you cannot stop him. He will gain momentum and he will charge. Now, we've got these two here in conjunction. Two sets of cards suggesting that a possible obstacle could be a lack of discipline. Okay. Spirit says it's all right having goals. It's all right making vision boards, wanting to manifest your dream business and as a consequence your dream life. But one of the massive keywords is action. And I always say this about law of attraction. The whole key to the law of attraction is action. That is the key to all of it. None of this is going to fall in your lap, Aries. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, but it's not. There has to be some disciplined action. Now, Spirit is saying it's time for you to write your to-do lists and make sure you get them done. It's time for you to carve out time in your diary to do the tasks that you know you need to do and do them. It's time for you to look very closely at the action that you need to take to make your dreams happen. It's no good, like I said, there's no point going to bed every night and visualizing your dream business and just doing that on its own. You have to wake up each morning thinking, how am I going to move forward into my goal today? Now, I'm not saying it has to be hard. You know, this is another money block, that sometimes business has to be really hard, and if we don't work hard, then we don't deserve success. That's a whole other subject. But what I'm saying is, it's just about having the discipline to do the things that you know you need to do and that maybe you don't enjoy doing. I'm going to make another book recommendation. It's Brian Tracy's Eat the Frog. If there's something that you know you need to do, you don't really fancy doing it, do it first, get it out of the way, so that it's not stressing you, so it's not sitting and playing on your mind, and it will just be done. You'll have got the worst of it done. Now, I know it will strike the fear of God into you if I say to you, you know, you might have to make some sales calls. You might have to actually talk to somebody. You might have to create a workshop or a webinar. You might have to go live on social media. And you might be thinking, oh, just strike me by lightning, please, because I just don't want to do it. You have to do these things to move yourself forward. So you have to think to yourself, what is my goal? What is my vision worth to me? What is it worth to me? Is it worth me making a few phone calls? Is it worth me sitting on Facebook doing a live? Is it worth me making videos on YouTube? Is it worth me contacting old clients and asking if they'd like to work with me again now? I know that is not easy, but discipline is the key here. Absolute discipline. If you get up every morning and do the job that you feel most uncomfortable with first thing and just get it out of the way, and then you can move on to doing the fun stuff afterwards. But, you know, there's this determination as well. Harness your determination to really move forward. Make this the year that you make the decision, focus, and take action. Okay, Aries, this is such a great reading for you for the beginning of this year. And the outcome, we've got the Justice card, truth and clarity. This is all about balance, fairness, the truth coming out, and actually cause and effect. You know, this idea that whatever we do, whatever action we take will have consequences. So if you get up and take that determined, disciplined action, then that's the result you'll get. You'll get the results of it, that you will move forward in your business. Now, clarity to me, I quite like this idea that through taking action, you will discover the truth and clarity about what it is you're doing. And I'm just being called to tell you that in your money reading here, we talked about release and revelation, letting go of things that don't serve, that maybe aren't profitable, maybe just changing them. They might not need to go altogether, but you might need to change them. And that by letting go of those things, you get this regeneration, this healing, this hope, this completely new start, this just a rebirth that I think will feel very exciting to you. We've got this justice card here, and I feel like if you're lacking a bit of clarity at the moment, Aries, and clarity or lack of clarity is a massive business block and one that we really should try to banish before we even start. But it's telling me that by taking action, disciplining yourself to take the action, that you will see the truth. You will find clarity in what you are supposed to be doing. And that will help you to release a few things. It could become very obvious the kind of things that you need to be doing and the kind of things that, you know, maybe you don't want to do. I thought I'd clarify that one. And it's wonderful. This is the 10 of Cups. This is a new start, ending old stuff, getting some wonderful new things that are blissful. I'll just show you a bit closer. We've got a very happy family there. Everything's wonderful. This is happiness. This is happiness, Aries. This just... You're going to feel brilliant, actually. So again, you know, it just says to me, don't fear this Tower card at all. Embrace it. Embrace the change. And move forward. Right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed that reading as much as I have enjoyed doing it for you. It's been an absolute joy and a privilege to do it. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I have a giveaway. And my giveaway is a private intuitive business success session with me. This is a 2-hour session where we will go over any questions that you have about your business, where I can help you find clarity, where we can address any problems, any business blocks that you have and find ways around them. And maybe we'll use a bit of tarot as well to give you some clarity and guidance. So if you're interested in that, all you need to do is comment below with what your biggest problem is in your business at the moment. What is the biggest issue that you've got going on in your business? Is it confidence? Is it a lack of clarity? Is it being unable to communicate? A fear of visibility? Let me know what it is in the comments below, and I will enter you into the giveaway to win an intuitive business success session with me. Okay, I'm going to go now and have a nice cup of tea. Have a wonderful January, Aries. I think you will, given the reading that we've just had. And I will see you again next time. With love and magic always, this is Maria Gaian, signing out.